Are you going to flex for us today in the flex room?
I know. I love this flex room.
You could be Hercules, hold up the world.
I know, yeah.
So we've alluded to this room for so long, and it's really, I know everything's my favorite, but
You've said that so far.
Shape it up to be one of my favorite rooms.
Yeah.
So, where did you find this cool globe?
So, we found it. It's a Brian Patrick Flynn light. I think it's through Crystalrama.
Okay.
Is the lighting fixture, and it's oversized and huge.
I remember looking at, they had like a 16-inch and then like an 80-inch, and we're like, let's go big.
Yeah, I know. So we opted for the big, and I think you'll see why. I think it just makes sense with the side lights and the transoms that come in the room and the furniture that we're doing, that it felt right to have an oversized fixture in this space.
When you've got your oversized windows that we've talked to, floor to ceiling, they're like 8 foot tall.
Right, and we've got window treatments that are going up tall in here, so it'll be a very dramatic room when you walk inside the house.
And I still remember you showing kind of your vision on that ceiling detail. I think it looks good all painted, but
yes.
You alluded to the side lights. And
I think that's something we have to share because I think it turned out wonderfully.
We went round and round. We were going to build these out of wood.
Right.
And then we were going to build them out of metal. Then we went back to build them out of wood. And then we went metal on the staircase. So it's like, we got to go metal on the side lights.
Yeah,
so.
And I think when you visualize this between the stair railing and this, we are going to have black accents in the furniture pieces in this room, that I think it really makes sense. And I'm so pleased with how it turned out. Again, it's modern with a traditional twist, which is what the vibe of this whole house is.
Well, and guys, you've always heard me talk about proportions and vertical proportions and scale. This is a perfect example. When I was going through this with the guys, they're like, 12 inches will be good, and then you don't want to bring the height down too much, and they're like, go bigger up there. I'm like, no, I want them all the same. I want them all vertical proportions. I think we ended up like 18 inches, but all of these squares match size-wise. They almost mimic the size and scale of the window panes. So getting a little geeky, nerdy here, but what you may not visually realize why you were drawn to this space, but sometimes it's those proportions that really help with that.
Yeah, I know you and I will drive around sometimes looking at houses, and we do love proportions and how they work and look, and we can immediately tell on a home when something is off. So. Well,
and then the stair rail has been painted this week. We talked about raw steel last week, but
Josh did a great job with this. But he did both pieces, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and just your little U shape there, and one thing to point out. We were thinking about glass, but then with this kind of more modern feel, we decided to scrap the glass and just go for the aesthetics of the steel frame.
Right, and then this one is a little bit more budget friendly to not add the glass also, which is great. Yeah, easy clean, and I think you get the look and the feel of a transom and the side light without that additional investment for the glass.
And one thing I did account for when we thought we were going to do the transoms here, side lights, I did raise the openings up to this room, so when you come in, it just feels a little bit taller and gives you room to put those transoms in there.
All right.
Speaking of cool stuff, let's go see how the lime slurry's looking down in the basement.
In the basement,
Come on, guys.
I love how that's turning out.
All right, I got to stay focused on the steps. I wanted to stare at the brick as I was coming down the stairs. So focus.
Yes.
One more step.
I got it. I love it.
So cool.
I love the texture.
Do you miss the red brick?
No, I don't. It looks great.
It was a heavy debate there for a while if we kept it red or paint it. And now I'm like, was it even a decision?
No, I love it. It's absolutely perfect for this space.
So guys, we put we were just going to paint it.
Yeah.
And then we were going to lime wash it. And then the power of Instagram. I had a friend reach out from Classic Finishes and said, hey guys, I've got a plaster slurry I'd like to present to you. So we brought all these samples and we're like,
yes.
Oh my gosh. We were going to paint, but we're kind of liking the...
I think I like it. So originally I think we thought we were going to, do this texture and then paint it white, but I really like the color of this. I think it works beautifully with the floors, and I love it. I think it just adds a little bit of warmth white would maybe just be a little too stark for this space.
Well, and they just finished this last night, so it's still curing. So I think it's still gonna dry a little bit. So
lighter,
you see the brick coming through and the mortar, and then you've got the cool black railing and the black
and
trim
the
down
same
here.
detail, you know, just tying the upstairs and the downstairs together.
So we do have a big TV, as Gretchen requested.
Always. I'm always looking for the big TVs.
That's gonna be on the wall, and then black magic on the trim down here.
Right.
And then we went just white.
Yeah, pure white on the walls.
But you did switch it up a little bit. You had to add a little more black in.
Yeah, we did.
On the ceiling, that is.
Yes, we did.
Show that. Let's see.
So we've got the pure black magic on the trim. We've got the black magic on the ceiling. And then, as you can see in this awesome, I think this might be one of my favorite bars.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Area. This is all black magic, and then we have that beautiful stained wood top here. There's like so many details of this bar I loved. It's just like I
you
can't
guys
even touch on them.
can't even see it at the moment, but Tim will come around. We'll get him to come around the bar. But you've done a brass backsplash.
So there's a little brass backsplash. I've got a brass sink that's a square sink, which I love. So the island is two-tone. So you've got the wood top, the black, and then we've got these great countertops, brass detail.
And that hardware, what's going on there?
I know. So the hardware, it's really kind of concealed to look at it from the eye, which I loved. It's very modern and clean feeling, but it's easy to pull out. And I love that. So we've got drawers here, lots of storage. Again, we did the two-tone, the black and the stained, which I think looks great. This is all back paneled.
Well,
put your bottles of bourbon up here and your glasses.
Yeah, put all my bourbon collection up there. One thing to think about when you guys are designing basement bars or renovating your basements or lower levels, instead of having all those upper cabinets, because in a bar really you don't need a ton of storage.
Right.
We went for a little more aesthetic look here and just kind of did that paneled wainscoting, a little bit of free floating shelves. I think we've ordered some brass plugs.
Right, just to kind of not have the white. Right. And you could, if you wanted to, put a TV in here. I don't think you need it because you've got the big TV there. Or, cool artwork, or just really let the wood paneling speak for itself, which is what we'll be doing for the show house.
Well, and also we've got one hole here that you guys can't see yet, but I've been dying to try. I've seen it. I wanted to use it at Edgewood, but we didn't have a spot for it. But Cafe's got a 2-drawer pull-out refrigeration system, so it's in the matte black with the brushed brass hardware. So,
brushed bronze.
Brushed bronze. That's why she's here, So I think it's going to be cool, and then you can sit here, mix your drinks. Check out the plaster wall.
And, we've got some cool leather furniture that's going to be down here. So really, truly, I think is going to encompass that feel of a man cave.
Yeah. So I'm going to share one of my mishaps on the episode. I know it doesn't happen very often, just a couple times a day. But when the guys were putting the island down here in the basement, we wanted that waterfall edge. And in the rush of getting things done, I'm like, go ahead and get it in. We'll go ahead and I'll put the floors in underneath. But I told them the wrong thickness on the floors. So they put this waterfall in, and it was like a 1/4 inch short from the floor. So
then we had to put our thinking caps on and do some problem solving to figure this one out.
So of course Gretchen came up with the idea of putting a neat little black foot on the base of the waterfall.
Yeah, it's like a little pencil detail that you would see in a tile in a shower. So I was like,
I think it looks great. I mean, that was intended.
It was intentional. Actually, it did add an interesting detail to the waterfall edge. I kind of like it. We might do it from here on out.
Yeah, we were going to go brass, and like, we can't get brass.
Let's go black. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, a lot happening. Still so much to show. I mean, I can't believe how much you can package into this house.
Yeah, that's why they call it a show house. Bang for your buck.
Like I said, we are doing some fine home building here as we partnered with them on this house. And check out the latest issue of Fine Home Building magazine. It's out in the stands. We've got a couple-page article on the house on Norton Commons, and come visit us. Spend the day with us. We're one of 12 houses that you can tour, all furnished, all beautifully done, all in the same street. So hopefully good weather.
Yes.
When's the show open?
So the show officially opens on May 18th and goes through June 2nd. And it's not every day. It's Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So you'll check Norton Commons website for all those details. You can purchase the tickets there.
Yeah. And guys, when you make your way to the house, please stop in and say hello. Tell us where you're from. And love hearing stories of you guys reaching out from different places that you got your hotels booked and coming to see the house, which is
really
pretty
cool.
humbling and cool to see. So that's it.
That's a wrap. Happy Mother's Day weekend, everyone, too.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I was getting ready to say that. And
thanks.
Ladies first. All right, you want to follow this beautiful mother and lady, Gretchen, on Instagram.
You can find me at Gretchen Black.
And I'm Jason Black with Artisan Signature Homes. And together,
we're building a better South.